Good morning, friends. Okay, so just finished my workout. I'm nuking my breakfast. I made some rainbow, what is this called? Quinoa. Nothing special about it other than they're different colors. This is one of my favorite, preparedness hacks. I don't meal prep. I've talked about that a lot in here, but I do keep certain things on hand so that I can make easy decisions. And if you're doing gut protocol or you're thinking about it, there is a large focus on being plant forward, which means you're still eating animal proteins and fats, but you are also focusing on getting so many plants per week. It's 30 per week. You can track it if you want. I have not been tracking it. So anyways, having a quinoa, which counts as a red when you're doing gut protocol, and then I have frozen fruit in my freezer. And so I just microwave it and I throw it in a bowl. I put a little bit of honey or maple syrup, just a drizzle, just a smidge, a little bit of salt. I think that salt is demonized, and salt is a really important part of a balanced nutrition. It's a mineral, it's really important, but the kind of salt you're using also matters. Side note, don't use pink Himalayan salt because it is pink due to its iron. Okay, so that's enough of that. Anyways, I wanted to talk about gut protocol and nutrition because a lot of you are following along or you're doing it with me. And I talked to the gals on Zoom this morning about how I've been really, I did the first 6 weeks, no big deal. I traveled, I flew in airports, I ate in airports, it was totally fine. I stayed 100% on plan, there was no deviation. And I felt really, really good. I noticed a massive change in my body, in my inflammation, in my achiness, and my digestion. There were so many wins outside of the scale and my stomach kind of de-bloating and feeling leaner. And that's what I want to focus on, was how I just felt so much better, right? So I'm still doing it, but I kind of got off track on Mother's Day. I posted about that in here. I ate all the things, and I've had a hard time getting back on track. I've had a hard time going all in with it, and I don't know why. So I'm sharing that here in case some of you are in the same boat and maybe you're beating yourself up. There's no space for that. You don't need to beat yourself up. It's a work in progress. It is going to be challenging, and it's a case of you pick your hard, right? It can be hard to go all in with nutrition. It can be hard to show up to your workouts, but it can also be hard to live a life that you feel frustrated in, and to be angry every time you try and get dressed, or to not want to take your clothes off, and all those things. You just pick your hard, right? Okay. So that being said, at Shark Week, or coming up, so I'm just going to give myself a little bit of grace. Autumn says if you are deviating from gut protocol in any way, if you're adding in anything that she says you're not supposed to, you're not doing gut protocol. You're not doing it. You're doing portion fix. And Carla kind of mentioned that last week, and that's really stuck with me. And so I can say I'm doing gut protocol, but I'm really not. I'm deviating. So I'm doing portion fix. Next week, next Monday, it's a fresh line in the sand for me personally on my journey. Do I have to wait for a Monday? No, I don't. But I also know where I'm at. I know we're going into a weekend. I know what things are on my agenda. And there's no reason to stress myself out. There's no reason for you to stress yourself out and hold yourself to standards that maybe aren't the most in alignment with where you're at. Okay? I'm not giving you a free pass. I'm not going to roll around naked with M&Ms. But I'm also done making excuses and bartering it, right? I was telling the girls, my family brought home Pringles and I had a couple, and I did. So whatever, here we are, okay? All right, so now that we've kind of talked about that, I'm gonna start fresh on Monday. I'm still gonna use my containers. I am still gonna track what I'm eating. One thing I haven't been doing is actually printing the tracking sheets. I've been doing everything on the app, and so maybe I just need to pivot a little. Maybe that's what I need, is to write it down, to see it in front of my face, and just to be a little more honest about it, okay? So wherever you're at, this is just your gut check. This is your nudge to realign if you need to give yourself grace, to not be stuck in this spin cycle of negativity and criticism and shame, because none of that serves you. None of it will move you closer to your goals. None of it's gonna inspire you to show up differently. It's just gonna make you feel really bad. Okay, so, I'm so out of breath, holy moly. And I am still sweating from today's 4 Weeks for Everybody's cardio workout. It is no impact, there's no jumping, and it really, really works me. Okay, so now that we've talked, we're gonna do an energy practice. So if you wanna do this with me, let's go. I'm gonna put you here so you can see more of me, okay? And I'm gonna start today tapping up here above my eyebrows. Who did I tell? Was it Lindsay or was it Melissa? I told somebody I was gonna do a tapping in here, and I'm not gonna do that right now because I don't have time. I have an appointment. So I'll try and come back in here later, or I'll share one of my favorite tappings, EFT, emotional freedom technique. You can try it, see what you think. It's helped me so much with my anxiety and all kinds of stuff. If I'm dealing with trauma, if I feel shame, if I'm upset, if I'm mad, if I just want to have a better day, tapping really helps. But right now we're doing a daily energy practice. Okay, you're gonna find that spot kind of halfway down your rib cage. You're gonna feel around and see if you find a tender spot. If you do, you're just gonna gently massage it. If you don't, that's okay too. Okay, here we go. You're gonna squeeze your shoulder. You're gonna come across your body nice and slow, off the outside of your leg, off your pinky toe. Nice and slow the first time. Couple squeezes, give yourself a little pep talk. You're doing good. Oh yeah, I'm like a little sore. Now we're gonna go a little faster. Okay, here we go. Pulling from behind where my kidney area is. It's not exact, yo, okay? It's just the intention. Same thing, off the outside of your leg, off of your pinky toe. You're just helping energy move through your body. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna cross. So I'm marching in place, and I'm just, you can make it really big, you can make it super small. If this feels really weird, you can get down and crawl on the ground. Same thing. Okay, I'm gonna cross my legs, and I'm gonna cross my arms. It feels hard to breathe. So I want you to note that. Like if you're doing this with me, how do you feel? You don't have to assign any emotion to it. You're just noticing how you feel, how your body feels. Okay, here we go. Opposite. Okay, we're gonna do a crown pull. We're gonna let all those thoughts that aren't serving you out. If you have a lot of things on your to-do list, you're gonna put it on paper. If you have a lot of thoughts that feel like they're on loop, you can puke them out too, okay? And if they're ugly and icky and they're bringing around shame or frustration or anger, challenging you to write them on paper and then to either rip them up or light them on fire and get rid of them, okay? So now I'm gonna come down my neck, I'm gonna come across my shoulders, and I'm gonna flip off my fingers, okay? All right, we did crown pull. Okay, so lymphatic, here we go. We're at the tops of our, whatever this body part is, your arms, outside of your arms. Oh, yeah, here we go. Just moving it around, okay? Tops of your chest up here, under your collarbone, tops of your breasts, center of your chest, under your bra line, back over to that spleen point, underneath your ribs. I'm gonna come down to the base of our ribs and the sides. Give that a little love. I needed that. Here we go. Now you're doing your belly button area, your top of your bikini line, sides of your bikini line, one leg, Other leg. All right, so now we're gonna do hookup. So finger in your belly button, finger between your eyes. You're gonna gently push in and pull up. You can also trade this finger for like that little indentation at the base of your neck, base of your head, rather. And you can just push in and pull up. I'm just gonna hang out for a minute. Okay, now we're gonna hook up our energy. Or we're gonna zip up our energy. Sorry, I lied. So you're just pretending there's a zipper, and you're gonna reach as far as you can in your back. Okay, it doesn't have to be all the way. It's all right. It's the intention. Okay. We zipped up our energy. Now we're gonna attach our bubble. So I am just going to pull it into myself. Just pulling my personal space, my personal bubble back. I'm the driver of my bus, I'm the author of my story. Other people's feelings don't have to dictate my outcome today or how I show up, okay? Now I have a hand on my chest. You don't have to have a hand on your chest, but this was what feels right for me. And we're just gonna build a little bubble, okay? You're just pushing out a little. And now we're gonna color that bubble. Okay. All right, friends. There we go. Little messy hair now. Anyways, that's the haps. That is my truth talk about nutrition. It's an invitation for you to join me on Monday. It's an invitation for you to show up today. Tomorrow morning we have a Zoom workout at 8 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. The link is pinned in here. We start at 8 my time, but there's usually someone on for like a whole hour. So if you're late, you still show up, okay? And I know that the Sarah of 7 years ago wouldn't have wanted to do this. I would have shied away from it. I would have felt freaked out. But I'm telling you, you don't have to talk. You can get on. You can mute yourself. You can even turn off your camera if you want, okay? And then you just do whatever it is you need to do. We're all doing different programs. There's times where people even get on and they don't work out, but instead they mute everything and they meditate, or they do some stretches, or they foam roll it out. Like, it's accountability. And this journey, it's really easy to feel alone. It's really easy to feel like it's just you trying to figure this all out, and it's not just you. There's a whole bunch of us that are working on our journeys, that are in different seasons, and so that's an invitation that's open to all of you. Monday through Saturday, I tend to not get on Sundays because I just need a day to do my own thing, but if you ever want to, post in this group, okay? That link is open. You can use it whenever. If there's a couple of you that want to pop on, you're welcome to use my link. I have the unlimited access, so you could literally work out for an hour and a half if you want, but it's a super awesome tool in your tool chest. You don't have to do it, but I want you to know you're welcome to do it. And if you're a little bit late, you still pop on, okay? Okay, great talk. I believe in you guys. I'll be in my inbox later today. Yesterday I made I extended an invitation if you want to schedule like a 15-minute one-on-one with me moving forward. I'm happy to do that. I'm offering that to all of my coaches and any of you who are just getting started or you're feeling a little off kilter. Let me help you, okay? You gotta raise your hand and you gotta say, I want this, and then take some action, but I am here to support you and give you some extra tools in your tool chest. Cool? Cool.